We're excited to be here at the Congress talking about Miller Electric in the welding industry. We need to make sure that our products are innovative and be able to support all the new welders that are going into the skilled trade, including some of our newer products developed for training. I'm very happy and excited to be here. My name is Jessica Marhefke, and I live in Wisconsin in the United States of America. Can I see by show of hands who has heard of Wisconsin? Alan's been there? Okay, so for those who do not or have not ever visited Wisconsin, we have a lot of, we're the home of many things. So if you're ready for lunch, I'll prepare you even more. Who's ever had a hamburger? Hamburger? Okay, the home of the hamburger is in Seymour, Wisconsin. What about an ice cream sundae? Home of the ice cream sundae is in Two Rivers, Wisconsin. So enough about food. Pedro, they're ready for lunch. We'll get into industry. Do we have any Harley-Davidson fans? I knew I'd have one. Harley-Davidson is headquartered in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And last but not least, we have a welding innovation company called Miller Electric, and that's who I work for, and we are in Appleton, Wisconsin. I've been in the welding industry for 18 years. I started in finance and operations, and most recently took on segment education, specifically in segment manager in education. Miller Electric, although in Appleton, Wisconsin, is owned by a company called Illinois Tool Works, called ITW. We have a global landscape, and we're over $14 billion company. We have 50,000 employees in 56 countries across the globe. 51% of our revenue is out of North America, and the remaining 28% is in Europe, and 21% is in Asia Pacific. We're a Fortune 200 company, global industrial manufacturer. We add value to products. We are headquartered from an ITW standpoint in Chicago, Illinois, and that was founded in 1912. Our business-to-business model includes seven segments, of which I will talk about welding today. Innovation is very strong in our company, and we hold over 16,000 patents. ITW Welding is a segment that provides many welding solutions. We choose carefully what we participate in, and it is unique that 70% of our revenue is from the welding equipment side, with other solutions including welding guns, filler metals, safety and accessories in welding, as well as some other solutions, including welding information, which helps improve productivity, and welding training systems, which I'm going to talk about more today. One key aspect of our business is we are customer-backed innovation. We focus our innovation on what is going to be a solution for our customers. American Welding Society is who drives our regulation and standards, and requirements in welding have focused us to be innovative in welding equipment. We need to solve our customers' problems and pain points. A growth driver, which is nothing new to this group, and Alan and a couple other speakers had talked about it, like the rest of the globe, is that there will be an increased shortage in welders. The estimates for the United States is in 2026 will be 400,000 short on those skilled in welding. We as a company need to create easier to operate equipment, and one growth area is learning how to help welders train on welding equipment. We will continue to do this with our products. One of the key areas that we focused on in 2012, and there's some pictures here down on the right, is with motion tracking. This is a technology that isn't new. It's mostly used in the gaming industry. And in 2012, Miller Electric started this venture of going down the motion tracking technology to help welders train on key areas, which includes welder technique, common areas of muscle memory. With this type of technology, together with welding equipment, in 2015, we launched what's called the Live Arc. The Live Arc is a welding performance management program. It measures different techniques that are in welding and important to accurate weld. Work angle, travel angle, contact tip to work distance, aim, as well as speed. With this, you can go from a simulation in welding, and when that user is ready or the teacher is ready to advance them, they can go to live welding on the same machine with power sources hooked up to it.
My name is Doug Tennant. I'm a welding instructor at Northeast Wisconsin Technical College. My father was a welding instructor. He started off on the railroad, and then he got into teaching students as well, and he did it ever since I was real young, and I knew that was going to be what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. We have a great relationship with Miller. They're behind us 100%. The Live Arc was basically like the lab aid that every welding instructor wants to have. It's that extra piece of equipment or the tool in your toolbox, that helping hand. When you have 24 to 26 students in a classroom or in a lab setting, you can't be with every student that you want to be with. It's like the welding instructor standing over their shoulder right there saying, get your contact tip to work distance closer, or tip your torch forward more, or your aim's off, or it's guiding them right there instantly. Run your travel speed just a little bit faster, 9 inches per minute. To see them come into the classroom and then really take to the trade and start learning the key essentials that they need to know to build that foundation to be a welder, and then 9 months later they're walking out the door with a diploma and they usually have a job right away, and it's a very good feeling knowing that you're changing somebody's life. Like the work distance, and then your travel speed is inconsistent because of the oscillation. And to have the state-of-the-art technology that they do allows the students to really stay in front of the technology that will be entering industry. The feedback's how they learn. They experience it, they assess what they did, and then they make the changes from there, and that's how they get better. They have to do it over and over and over again. The Miller Live Arc works for us because it's an extra hand that we have in the lab that we've always needed.
So this was our first introduction into welding education specifically for training. It has helped us both in industrial, where industrial customers have in-house training, but it also helped, similar to the story that you heard, on education. As we continue to focus on welding education, we learned of a new tool. This tool provided augmented reality and could extend the weld lab, which we're experts in, into the classroom. And in 2016, we launched the Miller Augmented Arc. It has allowed us to build on the solution and to help train those as well as assist instructors in helping in the classroom before they go live with striking the arc. To explain more, we have the Augmented Arc product in action for North America.
When you train novice welders, whether at a trade school, union facility, or industrial training department, you need a process that's efficient and effective. Traditional classrooms don't always capture the imagination of students who grew up with smart technology. Welding labs can limit interaction with students. There's the ongoing cost of materials, and for beginners, the arc and sparks can be downright intimidating. There is a better way to introduce students to welding. Now, Augmented Reality is transforming the welding classroom, a step beyond virtual reality. Augmented Reality enhances what we see and hear by superimposing computer-generated images onto our view of the real world. Augmented Arc from Miller, combining the efficiency and economy of classroom education with the effectiveness of hands-on welding experience. Augmented Arc is the industry's most realistic welding simulation. Students work with real 3D objects and see them overlaid with computer-generated images. Augmented Arc's specially designed helmet uses a camera and sensor to send video and positioning data to the system computer. The computer processes the data, creates a realistic welding simulation and graphic information based on the student's actions, and sends it to a heads-up display and speakers inside the helmet. To the student, it seems like actual welding, complete with metal workpieces, weld arcs, and weld beads. It's lab exposure without the lab. The same image also appears on the Augmented Arc integrated display. Better than virtual reality, Augmented Arc simulates welding as if it's happening right there in the classroom. There's no confusion or disorientation. The student receives immediate visual feedback on his or her welding techniques. In addition to MIG, Augmented Arc simulates flux cord, stick, and TIG welding. Students practice all the common joint types, including pipe, in all positions. From initial techniques to the most advanced levels, welding students gain process knowledge and valuable experience safely without consuming wire, gas, and coupons. The system records video for instructors to replay and evaluate. Augmented Arc fosters a collaborative learning environment. Students and instructors review progress and analyze quantitative results. Instructors can remotely manage Augmented Arc to customize curriculum, develop assignments, run reports, and monitor each student's performance. With Augmented Arc, you'll safely train more students in less time at less cost while helping them become better welders. Your students are engaged, motivated, and quickly develop proper technique so they're ready sooner for real-world welding. Augmented Arc, the industry's most realistic welding simulation.
Miller has built many strong partnerships in education over the decades. We've been in business since 1929. These are some examples of some of the strong partnerships we've built. Welding equipment has been our specialty. The training solutions that I showed today have extended the product lines that we have. For example, in the upper left-hand corner, we have a very large technical school that has brought on the Augmented Arc into their classroom. They're expanding into another campus in the next year. In the middle, this is a very large school that's in Houston, Texas, and supports the oil and gas industry. They alone will graduate 600 welders each semester. They have a waiting list of 1,200 waiting to go into their welding program. And then in the upper right-hand corner, this is where we have some support in industry. We have seen industry partners that have taken to the technology and trying to start and support early with the Augmented Arc. In addition to some of these partnerships with equipment, we do have educational resources. We have things that will help the teacher, instructors, and industry with posters. We have online learning content, and we have booklets that are used for theory purposes. And with this, we have effectively and are working on driving our long-term brand preference in welding equipment. Miller Electric, from standpoint is preferred in education. We have a strong presence. And as we continue to focus on welding education and workforce development, we will continue to listen to our customers and what their needs are. This is an example of where it's taken, similar to what you had seen with Basilios, taken from the lab to the classroom. So with that, I have two other people from my team who are here, and I want to introduce them. They've helped support the program. We have Vice President, General Manager Justin Blount. So if Justin can stand. Also from the United States. And then we have our Director of Engineering, Todd Henry, who is also here with us.